You do not laugh at an enemy that controls the skies, the seas, and nearly half of Europe. For decades, the Wehrmacht had believed its defenses unbreachable, its intelligence infallible. The Atlantic Wall was the ultimate fortress. Radar would spot intruders. Paratroopers were toys, airborne units dismissed as distractions. This was the rule. The German command had seen it all before, faced it all before, and prevailed. Their arrogance was earned, or so they thought. But in June 1944, one operation shattered everything they assumed about warfare, timing, and audacity. One man, one unit, and a few dozen gliders changed history. You step into the shoes of Major John Howard, a 30-year-old officer from Dover, disciplined, sharp-eyed, with a reputation for precision. He is not a general in a distant HQ. He is on the ground, responsible for a mission no one else has tried. It is June 5, 1944. The Allies plan Operation Overlord, the largest amphibious assault in history. Success means opening a Western front and liberating France. Failure means death for thousands and the collapse of hope. Howard commands D Company, 2nd Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire Light Infantry. His unit will seize Pegasus Bridge over the Caen Canal, a critical crossing. If they fail, German reinforcements will crush the eastern flank of the landing beaches. But the challenge is nearly impossible. 6 gliders, 180 men, landing silently under moonlight behind enemy lines in occupied France. The Germans expect nothing less than chaos, yet they are confident it will be easily contained. You hear the roar of engines as 6 Horsa gliders lift into the dark sky. Silent shadows glide toward the canal, skimming the fields. Howard grips the map, feeling the weight of every life in his hands. 500 yards, 400 yards, 300 yards. The landing zone appears. The first glider strikes the ground. The timber shudders under impact. Men spill onto the wet grass, weapons ready, hearts hammering. They sprint for the bridge, knowing the German garrison is less than 50 meters away. The alarm is raised, machine guns rattle from the east, flashes of tracer slicing the night. Howard shouts orders, precise and calm. He takes one building, then another, moving with his men, clearing rooms door by door. 100 meters to the western end of the bridge. The countdown in his mind is relentless. 1,500 yards, 1,200 yards, 900 yards. Every second counts. Explosions erupt as a German patrol tries to flank the gliders. One paratrooper is hit. Another keeps moving, dragging wounded comrades. The bridge must be secured. They reach it. A single misstep could alert nearby battalions. Howard's men plant anti-tank explosives. The bridge is intact for now. Shots ricochet. The Germans begin to panic. They never expected precision. They never expected speed. They mocked the airborne unit, calling it a toy battalion. Now, 15 minutes after landing, the bridge is theirs, and the first reinforcements for the beaches will arrive safely. If you find this kind of forgotten military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage and genius deserve to be told, and by subscribing, you help us ensure they aren't forgotten. The Germans regroup, attempting a counterattack. Howard anticipates their moves. 50 meters left flank, secured. 75 meters right flank, secured. 30 men fend off repeated assaults. The enemy command is bewildered. They cannot understand how a handful of glider troops halted their advance. By dawn,
The bridge is fully in Allied hands, and the landing beaches remain defensible. You now see the broader impact. The capture of Pegasus Bridge delays German armored divisions for hours. The eastern flank of Sword Beach holds. British and Canadian forces push inland without immediate threat of encirclement. German commanders, once smug, are stunned. Reports flood Berlin. Small enemy force, lightly armed, holds critical crossing. Panic spreads. Orders are issued too late. Reinforcements misrouted. Entire strategies unraveled. What they didn't know was that a meticulously planned glider operation by a company of 180 men had preserved thousands of lives and directly contributed to the success of D-Day. By the end of June, the Allies have established a firm foothold in Normandy. Pegasus Bridge becomes a symbol not just of tactical genius, but of how underestimated units can outsmart an arrogant enemy. The operation proves a critical lesson. Preparation, audacity, and human resolve can defeat any assumption of superiority. You remember John Howard, who survives the war, honored with medals but never seeking fame. Men like Sergeant Bill Speakman, Privates James Hill and Richard Todd, names etched in history for bravery under impossible circumstances. To this day, surviving veterans recall the tension, the fear, and the exhilaration of that night. This story matters now because it reminds us that courage, planning, and precise execution can change history. Every person counts. Every decision matters. Howard and the 180 men of the 6th Airborne Division prove that even when the enemy laughs, discipline and bravery can make them pay the price. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Major John Howard and the 180 men of the 6th Airborne Division do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.